What up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Stack Bitcoin Show, your beginner-friendly guide to saving in Bitcoin. What's up, everybody? Hodl through the storm. The storm was more like yesterday, I guess, right? What up, Derry Duke in the house? Round of applause from the live studio audience. Choo! We're back up, boys. Bitcoin's around 97,000 bucks. Had a little bit of a little pump just now. Pretty good. But we're here, you know? We're gonna make our way through the storm. I guess you call it a storm as much as you can. But yeah, it's doing what it needs to do. It's printing a new block every 10 minutes. And that's all that Bitcoin needs to do. Simple. Simple. Continues to work through all the shenanigans. Permissionless money. Unconfiscatable. And of course, inflation resistant. Okay? So, let's get started with today's episode and jump into the Bitcoin strength. Today, the price of Bitcoin is $97,686.32. You can buy 1,023 Satoshis for a single dollar. What the heck is a Satoshi? A Satoshi is a fraction of a Bitcoin. Just like a dollar is made up of 100 cents, a Bitcoin is made up of 100 million Satoshis. So when you look at the price tag of $97,000, do not be scared. Okay? You don't have to save up $97,000 to buy a Bitcoin. You save in Bitcoin with as little as $1, $5, $10, you decide. Okay? Let's say you're walking down the street minding your own business. You look down, you see a penny, you pick it up, and all the day that penny can buy you about 10 Satoshis today. It's pretty cool. When we started the show, 1 penny was buying us about 40 Satoshis. $1 was buying us 4,000 Satoshis. It's crazy to see it now. At 1,000 Satoshis per dollar, and soon when Bitcoin gets back above $100,000, you'll be getting less than 1,000 Satoshis per dollar. It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. That is the Bitcoin strength. How do you think about that? Do some background music now. Faded in. Chillaxing. Going back to the main channel here, the main view. How's everybody doing today? I have an announcement to make. We have hit, I think so. Let's make sure it's still there before I announce it. We have made it. We have succeeded in the show getting to 350 subscribers. Super stoked. The show got to 350 subscribers before I jumped on. I think it was yesterday. And that is the highest subscriber count we've ever had. On our way to 500 subscribers. That's the goal. We want to get to 500 subscribers so we can unlock some features here on the show. So if you're watching the show, you kind of enjoy it, you're on the fence, subscribe. Subscribe and help a brother out. Okay? Subscribe and help me out so I can get to 500 subscribers and we can unlock some of the features that are available here on the show. Okay? And yeah, it's pretty good. Let's do the Why We Stack segment, and then we're going to talk about hardware wallets, cold wallets, and warm wallets. What's the big deal? Okay, why? What's the difference? We're going to cover that in case the homie Damon comes in and watches this replay. We'll do a little quick recap for him. Okay? All right. So that's what we're going to do. That's the plan. But first, let's talk about why we stack. Why we stack? Why do we save in Bitcoin? We'll keep it super simple. We save in Bitcoin because it is an asset that cannot be inflated. What is inflation? It's when you have more of a thing. Okay? So if there's only one Mona Lisa in existence, and it's one of a kind, it holds its value. But if for some reason we came up with a new technology that could clone the Mona Lisa identical. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference between the original and the clone. The technology would be so good that you can magically create a second Mona Lisa. Okay, that Mona Lisa now is worth less than it was before when it was one of a kind. Okay, and we'll just say it's worth half as much. So now if you had a Mona Lisa and you had all your life savings, or that was part of the way you were saving your life savings is in the Mona Lisa because you thought it was rare, one of a kind, and then the technology comes out to clone it exactly as it is, and nobody can tell the difference between your original and the clone, then somehow the value of your holdings now are halved about, right? Because you took the value that the one Mona Lisa represented and you split it up into the value. It's the same value that the Mona Lisa represents, but now it's split up across two Mona Lisas. Okay, combined they're still worth the same amount as a single Mona Lisa, but now they're split up, so now they're worth half as much each, but combined they're worth the same. Okay, but if you're holding the Mona Lisa and someone else creates an exact clone and splits the value of it, you've been robbed. They stole the value. They stole half the value of your Mona Lisa because they have a clone that looks just like it, and you can't tell the difference between them. Right? They're fungible. Okay, so that's exactly what's happening with the money system. Okay, except that the money is even easier to make. Okay, they're printing that willy-nilly every single day of the world. Okay, a dollar is a dollar, right? And this dollar right now, if this was the only dollar that existed in the world, this dollar would be worth more, would be able to buy you more things, right? But if the world then goes and prints another dollar into existence, now we have $2, and the purchasing power that one single dollar represented, or the Mona Lisa represented, now only represents half the purchasing power that it had before, right? And then if you add more dollars and more dollars and more dollars, then each individual dollar can buy you less and less things because it's becoming less and less scarce. Okay, so since the way our money system is set up in the US and in most countries, the government money is allowed to continue to print money. And when they do that, the purchasing power of those currencies goes down. Okay, so what we do is we take the cash that we earn through our jobs or through our businesses, and whatever we don't need to immediately pay off, like our rent, our insurance, our expenses, whatever we don't need that we can set aside for a rainy day for the future, we take that money and we convert it into the most pristine thing you can convert it to, Bitcoin. Okay, when you convert it into Bitcoin, you get rid of the problem of the printer, of them being able to duplicate the money more and more and more, because Bitcoin has a fixed supply. There can never be more than 21 million Bitcoins. And just by that alone, that means that no matter what happens, that technology, that the value that you're holding in Bitcoin cannot be debased the same way that they debased the Mona Lisa, or the same way they debase it with dollars. Okay, so that is why we save in Bitcoin, to keep it short and sweet. A way to think of it is what I like to do here on the show. Every single episode, I give you the one-liner. Well, it's not a one-liner, but I give you the elevator pitch for why you should save in Bitcoin, right? You save in Bitcoin because saving in Bitcoin is like traveling back in time and giving yourself a perpetually increasing retroactive raise for the hours you've already worked for, as long as you hold a Bitcoin that represents those hours. Let's do a little example with that, with the bills up here, make it look cool. Okay, let's say I work for the worst salary in the history of the world. I make $1 a day. That's my salary, right? Let's do $1 an hour. I make $1 an hour. Okay, so I take that dollar and I use it for whatever expenses I need, and then I work another dollar I work another day I work another hour that day and make a second dollar. I take that second dollar and I put it into Bitcoin, right? And since that value that used to be in dollar form gets converted to Bitcoin form, right? that hour of labor that I saved into Bitcoin that used to be worth $1, as time goes on and the dollar continues to get debased, the value of my savings that are in Bitcoin actually start to go up in price, or go up in value, go up in purchasing power. So now, for the same amount of work that I already did, eventually my savings are going to double. So it would have been as if I went back in time and worked that same hour, but instead of getting paid $1, I got paid $2. Okay, that's what's up. Round of applause from the live studio audience going out to Mr. Hodl, DCA to BTC. What up? Also for ABW, welcome back. Hope all is well with you. Monday is live. Made it live. No worries. No worries. Don't feel guilty at all if you can't make it. I get it. I know it's in the evening for you too. So all good. It's good to see you the other day on Simply Bitcoin. I went to Simply Bitcoin to see what the status is with those guys, but those guys are fully committed to the what's his name, to the Bannon war room philosophy, or like they're totally, yeah, they're just gone. They're gone. I went to see if maybe after all the shenanigans they could see through some of that stuff, but nah, they're toast. They're toast. Only other Bitcoin shows I'm watching right now are let's see, Pleb Underground. They're pretty based. And what else am I watching every once in a while? What else am I still watching? I would say, what's his name? Is it RJ? No, it's not RJ. I want to make sure I mention this guy. His videos are good. Let's see here. Where is it? My history. There it is. It's important. I gotta say his name. It's important. Gotta find him. A bit of spacing. He's like a bald dude. He's got glasses on. I think he's Indian. He's from Canada. He does a good videos on Bitcoin. Am I missing it? They cleared a lot of my history. What's going on? Tell me his name. Pleb Underground. Oh my god, I can't believe it's not even showing up on my stream. Oh, I found it. I think I found it. Yeah, here he is. Rajat Sani, CFA. He's got a good Bitcoin stuff. He's got good Bitcoin stuff. Good Bitcoin stuff on that guy. Anyway, that is the status update. Now we do why we stack, right? Oh yeah, let's talk about wallets. Let's talk about Bitcoin wallets. Damon had a question for me on Blue Sky. Actually, no, it's one of the comments. I think it's one of the comments. And so for Damon, he asked, what's the difference between a cold wallet and a hot wallet? And if it was right, and so let's do that really quick. So Damon can get it from me if he wants to watch this video. Basically, a hardware wallet does the same thing as a cold wallet when you think of it as far as the software goes. Okay, let's explain how a hot wallet works first, and then we'll separate it into two pieces to explain how the hardware wallet works. Okay, a wallet needs two things. You need to run software on a wallet. You need to run software that can communicate to the Bitcoin network, and you need to have an internet connection. Okay, so let's separate those two out and just go with the software. Okay, the software that you use to run your Bitcoin wallet can do all the stuff. Like it can look up like your account balance and all that good stuff. And it also stores your private key and your public key. Okay, the public key can be shared, and doesn't matter who has it. If they have it, they'll be able to see what your balance is on that account, on that wallet. But they won't be able to do anything but send you Bitcoin. Like your public wallet, like the name implies, it's okay for it to be public, because the worst it can do is send you Bitcoin and know the balance of that account, right? Now your private key that gets created with your account. That is the key that the Bitcoin network needs to see to approve your transactions. That's when you're sending Bitcoin out. Okay. So if you don't have that private key, you basically will be dead in the water. You won't be able to push Bitcoin out of your wallet, and that wallet is in essence lost. Okay. So when you set up a Bitcoin wallet on a software based account, it could be on your computer or on your phone. That's considered a warm wallet or a hot wallet. Okay. It's a hot wallet because it's connected to the internet and it's always on. Well, your computer might be, or your phone, right? So it's connected to the internet and it's on. So if your computer becomes compromised, like if your computer gets hacked and somebody can remote control your computer, then they can push out your Bitcoin, right? Same thing with your phone. If your phone is running your hot wallet and your phone becomes compromised, not even remotely, maybe somebody just sees you that you unlocked your phone and you left your phone unattended for a couple minutes. Somebody knows you have Bitcoin on that wallet. They could go into your wallet app, send it to themselves, and then put the phone back down before you realize it's done, right? So that's why you will want to avoid a hot wallet, okay? Because a hot wallet includes the ability to make the full transaction without anything else, okay? Because as long as they have access to your wallet, they can make the transaction, okay? Now enter the cold wallet piece. Okay, the cold wallet doesn't mean that you don't need software to run those transactions and to set up the sends or the receives. You still need to run the same software that you would run either on the computer or on your phone. But the exception is that software that's running on your computer or your phone does not have the private key saved in its memory, right? So no matter how hard you try, if you leave your phone unlocked or if your computer gets hacked, somebody can try to push out that Bitcoin, but when it gets to the part where you have to sign for the transaction with your seed phrase or with your private keys, they won't be able to because your private keys don't live on that device. Okay, they live on a air quotes cold signing, and you know what people call them wallets, but they should be called signing devices. Okay, your keys live on the signing device, which is offline, which is not connected to your phone all the time. Now, if you leave your signing device connected to your computer, there might be a way to get past it, but most of the time you have to physically hold the device and key in information on the device before the transaction can get signed. Anyway, once the transaction gets signed, the software works the same as if it was a hot wallet. It's the same software. It's just that for that one part where you sign for the transaction, you have to go to a secondary device that's not always connected to your primary hardware that's running the software. Okay, that is a difference between a hot wallet and a cold wallet. And you get the convenience of not having to look for a second device on your phone or your computer if you have a hot wallet, but you have all of the security risks of being hacked or whatever, right? That you don't have if you have the cold wallet. So if you have the cold wallet, it's much more difficult to get jacked, to get robbed. But it's more of an inconvenience. You have to go and get your hardware signing device to do any transactions on your Bitcoin account. And I mean, you're the judge of that. You can weigh the options. Does that make sense to you? If you're holding like $100 worth of Bitcoin on a hot wallet on your phone, whatever, or on a hot wallet on your computer, I'm not gonna say like, oh, go spend $100 go spend $100, $150 on a signing device when you're only gonna hold $100 worth of Bitcoin. Doesn't make sense, right? But if you're stacking like we stack here on the show and you're regularly contributing to your savings in Bitcoin, then it is a must. I would say it is a must to get your hardware situation set up. All right. Round of applause and shout out to Mr. Satwise Janks. What up, Satwise? Good to see you in here. Hope all is well. But yeah, that is the little recap for Damon regarding hot wallets and cold wallets. Okay. Hope that helps. Any other questions you might have, please do ask in the comments or leave them in the chat, and I will address those as they come. I'm super happy to do that, and it gives me stuff to talk about and also checks my knowledge. And if I can't figure something out, I'll be happy to look it up because it's going to help me too, not just you. And also people that maybe have that same question but are too afraid to ask will benefit from your bravery of asking your question. Okay, so I appreciate that. Okay, that is the first half of the show. Now let's do a little you know, a little stack recap, because we don't only talk about stacking Bitcoin here Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern. We actually do it. And there it is. In 2025, we are still down. Bitcoin's going to zero. Sell it all to me. Just kidding. Bitcoin's not going to zero. In 2025, we've saved $900 into Bitcoin, and today those $900 worth of Satoshis, so about 909,000 Satoshis, they're currently worth $887. We're down minus 1.43%. How sad. How sad. You can't truly appreciate pure Bitcoin without a little poop coin phase. That's true. That's true. I'll agree with that. Hodl, I'll agree with that. You can't appreciate Bitcoin truly until you've been rugged a couple of times with poop coins. But if you're going to save... Okay, so think of it this way. Bitcoin is a savings mechanism and altcoins are a gambling mechanism. Okay? You don't go make a deposit at the roulette table for your long-time savings, okay? All right, so that's the score so far in 2025. And for the whole lifespan of the show, we're currently at 0.33255503 Bitcoin. Slow and steady, stacking until we get to one whole coin eventually, hopefully sometime soon. And real quick, once again, I want to say shout out to everybody that's subscribed so far, because we are currently at 351 subscribers. What? 351 subscribers? Yes. And super stoked. I think we made it past the little hurdle we had with the audience. What do you call it? Realignment. Okay. So let's jump into today. We're Bitcoin's at 97,000. And it just popped up a little bit more, but still, it is below our average buy price for 2025. So, so for the seventh day in a row, today we're gonna stack $40 worth of Bitcoin. Jesus. All right. Now that we know how much Bitcoin we're gonna buy, there's only one thing left to do. It's time to stack some Bitcoin. It's a party. It's a party. Dang, I can't believe it. That's a lot. It's been doing $40 buys. Sheesh. Buy. Key in $40. Boom, boom. There it is. Go next. Wait for the confirmation screen. Cut the music. Drum roll, please. There we go. We're dropping $40 worth of Bitcoin. We're buying $40 worth of Bitcoin today on the Stack Bitcoin show. February 12th. And there it is. We have successfully stacked about 40,439 Satoshis. Dang. Oh, 25. It's pretty wild. Okay, the price we got today is, the price we deserve today is 97,974 and 73 cents. That is the price of Bitcoin we deserve today. Nothing less, nothing more. Just exactly what we deserve. The yield for those $40 is 0.00040 439 Bitcoin, which translates into 40,439 Satoshis. Fractions of a Bitcoin. And there it is on the sheet, on the scoreboard for 2025. We're down for the year, but still fighting. So far, we've invested $940 and we've accumulated 950,000 Satoshis. Dang, it's pretty cool. Poopcoin phase also includes fiat. Oh, that's true. That's true. All right. Let's jump into the full show and see how much this adds to our stack. Man. There it is. Boom. All right. Final score for today is 0.33295942, and we are a couple of sats away from flipping this 2 to a 3. So slow and steady. The current value of our holdings for the show is $32,546.24. Dang, it's not bad for a little rinky-dink Bitcoin show. If you're new to the stream, you want to say hello, you'll just have to be subscribed for 1 minute. That's all I ask. It's a easy barrier to cross. Subscribe for 1 minute and you'll be able to participate in the chat and ask any questions. All questions are fair regarding Bitcoin, poop coins, storage, wallets, all that stuff. Okay? It's a beginner-friendly show, so I encourage you to ask questions if you're starting out. All right. And that concludes the main portion of the show. Let's jump into some Q&A. Q&A, I guess. What is today? Today's Wednesday, right? Oh, snap. Today's Wings Wednesday. Yes. Wings Wednesday. I had tacos yesterday, too. All right. What do you guys think is going to happen? Are we going to go? Where are we here? We're at 97,000, trying to break 98,000. And let's see. Getting close to the VWAP right there. Do you guys think we're gonna go to what's the next place we need to go to? I think we need to get over 98,000 soon. Do you guys think we'll see cheaper sats here soon, or it's getting ready to run? I saw the Fed, Powell. They said they're not going to do an interest rate decrease for till the end of the year, maybe. So they pushed it back a couple months, right? They pushed it back up like 3 or 4 months, right? The rate decrease. So that means that it's still going to be harder and harder to get loans. Let's see. Satway says, my best friend orange pilled me when YouTube Bitcoin showed up. Tone Vase and okay, fighting the big blockers. Oh, that's right. Years later, we hang at his cabin. That's awesome. That's awesome. Satwise, is Tone Vase, is that the guy who does also Rip to Baja? Let me see. Let me look it up real quick. Oh no, it's not. That's not him. Dang, that's not him. There's a guy that does what's his name? That's not him. Okay, never mind. There's another guy that's like on iHeartRadio. He talks about Bitcoin and like stocks and stuff and like investing. I forget his name, but he does this thing called Rip to Baja, which is like a crazy 100-mile. I mean, it's probably more than 100 miles. They just ride their bikes down to Baja like dirt bikes and stuff all through the wilderness. It sounds crazy, but yeah. So I thought it was Tone Wise, but it's not Tone Wise. It's somebody else. But he's big in the Bitcoin world too. Okay, cool. I looked him up. I know who it is now. I knew of him. I knew he was around, but I just didn't have a face to the name. What's the other guy's name then? Here he is. What's his name? That's not him. I'm gonna look him up real quick. It's a cool little random fun fact, I guess you could say. What's his name? Oh, it's not ripped to Baja. It's ripped to Cabo. That's what it is. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is.
Crazy for most people to think about.
This guy. Here, I'm gonna bring it up on the screen. So I can bring him up. Mute it so I don't get busted. So 41, 47, 41. This guy here. I might have a name tag on here. Let's see, what is he? Where is he? There he is. You know, you recognize that guy? I forget his name. Where is it? This guy. Anyway, it's a cool ride they do every year, and I came across it during my motorcycle researching, my off-road dirt bike researching, and I was like, wait, isn't that guy a Bitcoin guy? And I was like, oh yeah, that is a Bitcoin guy. That is someone in the Bitcoin world. I was like, that's crazy. But yeah. Let me go back to my last stream here. There it is. What up, Koji in the house? Round of applause for my last year for Koji. Tis the stacking season. It is. Now I have that in my mind. I need to figure it out. Dang. Okay, I'll probably figure it out by tomorrow. I'll let you guys know who it is tomorrow. If you guys didn't recognize the guy. Anyway. All right. We've stacked. We've shared some stories. We've stacked $40 for like this 8th day in a row. Oh my gosh. So we'll see. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Let me kick off the music, guys. Oh, there it is. There it is. Stack them high, as quick as you can. So cheap here, yeah. If you thought you weren't gonna get another opportunity to stack Bitcoin at under 100,000, and you're crying, lamenting to your friends and family that you could have stacked it at under 100,000 when it was 105. 107, when you saw it hit 108 and you felt that pit in your stomach because you didn't stack harder at under 100,000, here's your chance. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow for another episode of the Stack Bitcoin Show. But until then, remember, if you ain't stacking your balls off, if you ain't stacking, you're slacking. Later, guys.